All right. Welcome to Eastern Hancock High School. We're starting a little bit early because of the senior night festivities. Those will be about 6:35. So we're about 5 minutes away from that. So if you want to see that, that's coming up shortly. And we will then come back with the Dents Automotive pregame show then.
One thing I love about Knightstar is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. I encourage everybody to realize what an asset this Knightstar cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
Knightstar is a different kind of company, and the difference is
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
All right. We're going to have senior night festivities here in just a moment. So I think they're lining up. It'll be all fall sports. Halftime, we also will have a Hall of Fame induction with the 2013 semi-state champion and state runner-up football team. So lots going on tonight, and there's a football game. The Eastern Hancock Royals against the Knightstown Panthers. And this is a long-running rivalry. Just 7 miles separate the two schools. And we'll be coming back here shortly for all of that. We're starting a little bit early because of the senior night festivities, and we'll go to that as soon as we get a chance, or as soon as they begin. I know they kept moving it up. It was going to be a 6:45 start for senior night, and I believe now it's going to be a 6:35 start, so which is any time right now. Should have a good football game. Both teams come in 2-2. Both teams are pretty young. The Knightstown comes in with quite a few freshmen and sophomores that play quite a bit. And the Royals as well have quite a few sophomores specifically. So we're just kind of waiting for senior night festivities to start, and we will begin as soon as that starts. So stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Eastern Hancock. It's okay, you can clap. We will start tonight with the football team. Starting with number 2, Colton Dishman. Colton is the son of Wendy and Dustin Dishman. He has played football for 4 years. Colton plans to attend a trade school to become an HVAC technician and take over his dad's business, Fun Jumps. Colton Dishman. Next is number 4 and number 13, Bryant and Braden Sullivan. Bryant and Braden are the sons of Casey and Cody Sullivan. Both have played football for 4 years. Bryant plans to attend New Mexico State University and earn a degree in criminal justice. Braden plans to attend the University of Indianapolis and major in physical therapy or exercise science. Bryant and Braden Sullivan. Next is number 5, Caden Willis. Caden is the son of Travis Willis. Caden has played football for 4 years. He plans to work in construction after graduation. Next is number 7, Cameron Bowles. Cameron is the son of Tracy and Sean Bowles. Cameron has played football all 4 years of high school. He is unsure of college, but plans to take over the family business and possibly sell real estate. Cameron Bowles. Next is number 9, Dylan Bowman. Dylan is the son of Michelle and Darren Bowman. He has played football for 4 years. Dylan plans to become a lineman. Dylan Bowman. Next is number 11, Aaron Redmond. Aaron is the son of Adam Redmond and Jennifer Sperling. Aaron has played football for 4 years. His future plans are to attend college and major in exercise science. Aaron Redmond. Next is number 3, Dom Shelby. Dom is the son of Amanda and Roscoe Shelby. Dom has played football for 4 years. His future plans are undecided at this point. Dom Shelby. Next is number 54, Logan Hoskins. Logan is the son of Amanda and Greg Brinson and Bobby Hoskins. Logan has participated in high school football for 4 years. He would like to become an HVAC engineer. Logan Hoskins. Next is number 66, Braden Hill. Braden is the son of Amanda and Mike Hill. Braden has participated in football for 4 years. His future plans are to become a heavy equipment operator. Braden Hill. Next is number 75, Jacob Wickard. Jacob is the son of Julia and Chris Wickard. He has participated in football for 4 years. Jacob plans to attend Purdue University and major in ag business or major in sales. Jacob Wickard. At this point, all football players are released to the team, and we will continue with the other sports. Next will be cheerleading. Riley Carter. Riley is the daughter of Ashley and Adam Burke. She has participated in cheer for 4 years. Riley plans to attend the Indiana University of Indianapolis to major in nursing and minor in psychology to become a pediatric nurse practitioner. Riley Carter. Next is McKenna Collins. McKenna is the daughter of John Collins and Becky Allen. McKenna has participated in cheer for 4 years. Her future plans are undecided at this time. McKenna Collins. Next we have Gracie Cook. Gracie is the daughter of Mandy and Jeff Cook. She has participated in cheer for 4 years. Gracie's future plans are to attend Ivy Tech to major in nursing. Gracie Cook. Next we have Maddie Engelking. Maddie is the daughter of Megan and Kyle Engelking. Maddie has participated in cheer for 4 years. Her future plans are to attend Purdue University to study animal science. Maddie Engelking. Next we have Madison Fancher. Madison is the daughter of Abby and Brandon Fancher. This is Madison's first year on the cheer team. She plans to attend IUPUI and major in digital design. Madison Fancher. Next we have Lindsay Locker. Lindsay is the daughter of Lacey and Matt Locker. She has participated in cheer for 4 years. Lindsay plans to attend a 2-year college to be a veterinary technician. Lindsay Locker. Next we have Sam Miller. Sam is the son of Sabrina and Joshua Miller. He has participated in cheer for 2 years. Sam plans to attend Butler University to double major in theater and marketing and continue to cheer. Sam Miller. Next we have Cameron Spiegel. Cameron is the daughter of Kristen and Brian Spiegel. Cameron has participated in cheer for 3 years. She plans to attend Ball State University and major in exercise science. Cameron Spiegel. Next we will move to the band and color guard. Sky Currents. Sky is the daughter of Dustin Currents. She has participated in color guard for 3 years. Sky plans to attend college and major in psychology and minor in social work. Sky Currents. Next we have Caroline Ebert. Caroline is the daughter of Jen and Phil Ebert. She has participated in marching band for 4 years. Caroline plans to attend college and earn a degree to become an English teacher or earn a biology degree. Caroline Ebert. Next, we have Riley Harless. Riley is the daughter of Tanya and Trevor Harless. She has participated in color guard for 4 years. Riley plans to attend a 2-year college and earn a degree in photography. Riley Harless. Next, we have Griffin Lawrence. Griffin is the son of Bobby and John Lawrence. He has participated in band for 4 years. Griffin plans to study nuclear engineering and physics. Griffin Lawrence. Next, we have Brandon Metz. Brandon is the son of Rose and Eric Metz. He has participated in band for 4 years. Brandon will attend Cedarville University and plans to major in business management with a minor in Bible. Brandon Metz. That concludes our senior festivities. Let's give all of our Royal seniors a big round of applause.
All right, so that's going to conclude senior night, and we actually won't have a camera for a little bit, but we'll go over the pregame in about 5 minutes, and the game will start at 7. So we'll see you in just a bit. All right. Welcome to the Dents Automotive pregame show. I am Joe Paxton, and Cole Allen is here with me as well. And we will go a little bit through some pregame information about both teams. I do want to mention the weather is about 72, a little warmer than I expected it to be. Last week it was 70. And there's really no wind, really no chance of rain. So should be a really nice evening. And I've mentioned this before, but our field looks the best I think it's looked in years this year. It's really held up pretty good so far, I think.
Yeah, looks really good.
So you can't see it yet, but you will be in a few minutes. We'll have the screen or the picture of the field here in just a little bit. Let's look at kind of players to watch. And let me get that off of there. And that's still not off of there. All right. Now we got it off of there. Okay. So some players to watch for the Royals. Elijah Eden. I thought he had a much better game last week and one of his best games of the season. And hopefully he can continue that. Jamison Crawford kind of leads them in a lot of categories, specifically rushing and scoring. So he's one that they like to run the ball, and he's the one that usually is the wheels behind that. So those are some players. He is number 32. So 32 for the Panthers and number 10 for the Royals. Let me get back to... Here's kind of the Royals' schedule so far. They won the first two games against two pretty good teams there. Frankton, I think, is also 2-2. They've beat LaPel, which I know LaPel's pretty good.
Yeah.
And they've had a pretty good season, had a tough schedule. North Decatur, we know, is really good and played really well against them. Had a heartbreaker against Centerville right down to the last play. And then Heritage Christian had a chance, had a possession at the end, couldn't quite get it done.
Two really close games there these past 2 weeks for the Royals.
We look at the Panthers. You got Hagerstown started the season at Hagerstown. They lost that one by 31. Then lost at Winchester. Then they got to come home, play against Union County, won that one pretty handedly, and then defeated Union City last week 35-21. So
yeah, a good bounce back for the Panthers there after two rough games for the start of the year.
Right. And then they will then go to Cambridge City Lincoln next week. Looking at the conferences, and it looks like we do have, before we do that, we have a field. So, conference, this is not really have any implications here tonight, but this is kind of what the conference standings are. The Royals kind of in control of their own destiny. They beat North Decatur, and in week 7 and 8, they're going to take on Monroe Central and Shenandoah, and that'll be kind of the deciding games for the conference. Other games in the conference this week, LaPel at North Decatur. That should be an interesting one to keep track of. Shenandoah at Park Tudor, and South Adams at Monroe Central. I'm noticing some blurring with our camera, so let me mess with that.
Yeah, the other interesting thing is that North Decatur is already done with their conference schedule, so exactly like you said, the Royals know what they have to do if they want to win the conference this year.
And then we have the TEC, which big conference. It's kind of it's a tough conference in that you only get one non-conference game. So we do play two of these teams. We play Centerville and Knightstown, so we're their non-conference game. But they pretty much just play each other for most of the season. Northeastern Should be a pretty competitive team, a team that's in our sectional. We've seen Centerville. Let's see. They'll play each other soon, I believe. Next week, Northeastern at Centerville. So that'll be an interesting
A really
one.
good game.
And then Hagerstown, Knightstown has seen them. Tri's been good over the past few years. And Winchester's also been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the standings. We'll maybe talk about the sectional later. They're getting ready to come out. Here's the team leaders for both teams. Okay. Elijah Eden leads the Royals in passing with 621 yards. For the Knightstown Panthers, they're led by a freshman, Briar Carmichael. He has 177 yards passing. I've seen him a few of his games. He's pretty accurate when he throws the ball. He's had a couple big plays. Specifically, I remember one against to Gage Brody, and then to his older brother, Braxton Carmichael. That'll be a tough combination. Mm-hmm. And even though they like to run it, Briar Carmichael does a nice job passing it when they do choose to pass.
Yep. Yeah, the Panthers are they stick traditionally to the wing tee offense, so they'll pound it, and then try and lull that defense and secondary to sleep. And then as soon as they do that, they'll be looking to hit a big play over the top.
And then rushing the ball, excuse me, they were led by, Royals are led by Mark Cuby. He's had a couple big games this season, 9 touchdowns already, 484 yards rushing. But then you think we've seen him play that. Jamison Crawford, 600 yards rushing. That's really impressive in 4 games.
Yeah.
So he's one to watch and one to keep track of. The Royals will really need to keep him kind of hemmed in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think, are we doing the anthem? What are we at?
Looks like we'll do captains first.
Captains
and then I would
first.
imagine the anthem follows.
So tackles, the Royals are led by tackles by Gabe Johnson and sacks by Evan Wheeler, while the Knightstown Panthers are led by Brody Butler and Tucker Gross. We do have chat here in the press box, and we always enjoy interacting with those from home. And you can chat with us by commenting on Facebook or YouTube. We will have a trivia question between the third and fourth quarters. So make sure you share it out there. We're about 73 people viewing on YouTube and Facebook. We're also on IHSA TV and Twitter, but we can't see how many people are watching there. And did you see what the
Knightstown's deferred, so it's up to the Royals. They'll take it.
And so the Royals will start with the ball.
If you would, fans,
and
please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And we're going to go to the national anthem, and we'll be right back in just a bit. This is the Plowshare and Anvil game. And I thought I had that. There, you can see that trophy there on the left side of the screen. That's what they're playing for tonight. I don't see it.
They carried it out on the field.
Oh, I see
Hoskins
it.
and B. Hill are bringing it off right now.
So they, you've played in this game. Is anything different with Knightstown?
Always. It's an always different feeling. It doesn't matter if one team's a little down from year to year. You can never count a team out when it comes down to this game.
And both teams 2-2. And just on film, we've seen them a little bit. Mm-hmm. They look better than last year.
Absolutely. A much improved Panther team coming into tonight. This freshman group brings a lot of talent. They play a lot of freshmen. They play a lot of guys both ways, but I think they have 8 or 9 freshmen who get pretty consistent minutes. So a young Panther team, but a Panther team who's improving week in and week out and plays extremely hard, plays really hard, and are very coachable.
Yeah, and speaking of the coaches tonight, Pat Echeverria and Coach Trent Taylor. Trent Taylor's first year at Knightstown, and he's done a really nice job here early on in the year.
Yeah,
I think he's from Greenfield.
I believe so. I think he coached at Greenfield the past couple of years
as an assistant. Yeah. So, all right, we're getting ready to get set. Dylan Bowman is back with Cameron Voles.
Yep.
And we'll get started here shortly. We won't have down and distance yet, but at some point I think we will. I'll try to mess with that, try to get it sooner rather than later. As it gets darker, it's easier to do. And kicking off, I think, is Palmer Newkirk, senior. And you never know how they start these games sometimes. And he is going to kick it deep. Played by Voles. Voles going to cut up the middle and gets out to the right side. And he's got a little bit of space. And he makes a nice move. And the tackle was made in right about midfield, about 49-yard line.
Yeah, really good starting position for the Royals, and Palmer Newkirk there on the tackle, able to keep the Royals at bay here for just a second.
So that's the start that the Royals wanted here. The comment was made in there is Wickard out. Jacob Wickard is out tonight, so he will not be playing. That reminds me, we have our offensive starters. Elijah Eden, Mark Cubey, Aaron Redmond, Eli Manship, Dylan Bowman, Caden Rubel. We'll get to the linemen in a minute. As Eden's in the shotgun with Mark Cubey, and the jet sweep there across, tosses it to Voles. Voles makes a nice cut upfield.
Still moving.
Yeah, tackling was a little bit high there.
Yeah.
And he was able to break a couple tackles, I thought.
Really good run there on first down. Really good job on the left side of the line, able to get that corner set and allow Voles to get out there and get some space.
Now we have Eden in shotgun again. Redmond on this side, and it looks like they may have jumped. Yep. They did.
Dummy play for the Royals. They'll run it a couple times. You saw it last week. They probably ran it 7 or 8 times, and you'll notice when the offense sits there and doesn't move, and if the defense is disciplined, there it is, you'll see the Royals look over for the play call. So good job there by the Royal offense, well practiced and well versed in that play.
So first down, and Eden in the backfield with QB. And he's going to throw his first pass. He's going to bring it down. He's going to run right up the middle, makes a nice move, and a big pickup again. So 2 runs result in 2 big plays for the Royals.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't like what he saw there or if that was a design QB draw, but either way, good pickup for the Royals and able to keep the chains moving.
All right. And same lineup, same formation. This time they're going to hand it to QB. QB's going to go off to the right side. A diving tackle is missed, and he makes a nice cut. And
still on his feet, just short of the goal line there. Maybe makes it to the 2 or 3. Yeah, Kubi has one man to miss there in the backfield, and he makes it happen. So really good job. Again, good edge set there by the Royal line. And, yeah, just able to make that one guy miss. And then outside blocking by the wide receivers looks really good there.
All right, we need to get back because they're on the line. And same Eden with QB. And they're going to hand it off to QB right up the middle. And he got his 10th touchdown of the season. Touchdown Royals. And start off 6. We're very close to the air horn. So 6-0 to start here. And I think that's the offensive possession that Coach Echeverria was wanting to see him start with.
Yeah, great start there. Set up by the return. Great return by Voles. Able to get it to about the 50-yard line, and then, about a 4 or 5 play drive there, and able to punch it in. So exactly what you said. Couldn't have planned it up much better.
Here's the little side pitch to Bowman, and he nearly just walks in for the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
And what a start for the Royals.
Less than a minute and a half in here.
And now they get ready to kick off here. So let's hit a commercial. We'll be right back. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
Attention car owners. Has your vehicle seen better days? Introducing Dents Automotive, your go-to solution for those unsightly dents and dings. Our expert technicians use state-of-the-art techniques to restore your car's beauty like magic. Whether it's a minor ding or a pesky dent, we've got you covered. With years of experience and a passion for perfection, we'll have your car looking like new in no time. Don't let dents cramp your style. Visit Dents Automotive today and drive away with a smile. Your car deserves the best. Dents Automotive, where excellence meets restoration.
All right, we're getting ready to kick off. We're a little loud, I think. Maybe just right in that area.
Yeah.
So Aaron Redmond to kick off. And looks like I never saw on film who was back for them typically.
Looks like Aaron Mefford, number 10, and I can't tell who this is. I want to say it's maybe Crawford down here on the near side to us.
And their
it's
season
30 for sure.
Season opening game, they really struggled with kickoff return.
Yeah. Be ready for something a little silly here from Redmond, maybe.
Nope. Kicks it deep.
Straight into the end zone.
Nice. I mean,
really
that's impressive.
Kick. Yeah.
Not too many small schools have a kid that can kick it in the end zone like that.
No, that's a really good kick. He's worked a long time on perfecting his craft there, and he told me today he was going to get a visit at Indiana Wesleyan this coming week. So,
and punting, is I think even better than his kicking.
Yes, he's up there in 2A state for punting. I think he leads 2A for in state in punting yards. So,
but he has really good hang time. I know he's been to a lot of camps. So
absolutely.
All right, here we go. It's going to be tight formation there, really tight.
No wide receivers here for the Panthers. And get a dive right up the middle.
And good job. Yep. So it's going to be hard for us to tell which one they hand it off to here with this multiple running backs, tight formation.
Yeah. Those are always, especially with smaller running backs, it's always hard to see over the line, but you just got to trust your keys and go with your gut. Trueblood there, able to make a really good play and a good tackle, only allowing 2 or 3 yards there.
Yeah, they picked up the yards. I didn't even think they picked up that when you watched the play.
No.
So definitely had some progress there that we didn't see.
Miscue there from the Royal D line, jumping off sides. Little payback.
Yeah, I'm going to say a little revenge from earlier. And we've got, again, Carmichael under center, Briar Carmichael, a freshman. And no wide receivers, 3 backs. And they're going to hand off to the middle. And, I mean, I'm trying to think of who the running backs we saw on film was Crawford, Kane, and I saw Medford a little bit too.
That was carried by Brody Butler there, number 33, and
Yep.
Logan Hoskins there to swallow it up. But Knightstown still gets about a yard there and brings up 3rd and short.
So same formation, and they're just going to pound it right now, it looks like, up the middle, and then take a shot probably.
Yeah, I'd be waiting. I'd wait 5 or 6 plays here for them just to pound it, and see what they can get. And then if they get in a precarious situation where it's a little bit longer than 3rd and a couple inches, watch for a shot.
Yeah.
Crawford there able to pick up the first down.
And they used almost the entire play clock there.
Yeah.
On that play.
Yeah, you'll look for Knightstown to control a lot of the clock tonight, not to get it back in the Royals' offensive hands, and try and keep as much play time or possession time to themselves.
And to answer the question, Coach Gallion, yes, we do plan on streaming the halftime Hall of Fame induction. All right, and they're using all of this clock on the play clock. Here's Jamison Crawford off the left side, and that's their best run of the game.
Yep. Really good run there on first down for the Panthers. D-line flows well with it. Backers, I think, just couldn't figure out who really had the ball until he was 2 or 3 yards up the field already.
Yep. And Knightstown's getting some pretty good push here on our D-line.
Yeah, I'd expect a pretty good push these first and second quarters. They play a lot of guys both ways, so if the Royal offense keeps the pace up that they had there on that first drive, I'd wonder if this push continues into the second half.
Again, I keep wanting to say shot clock. Play clock is under 5 seconds before they snap this. And a fumble! And the ball loose. And Carmichael jumps on it there.
Shaw lays the hit, not knowing that he didn't have the ball. And it bounces around, and Carmichael there with the whereabouts to go ahead and fall on it. And this would be that 3rd and long play that I might watch for a little bit of a trick play, if you would, from the Panthers.
It's probably people got to be disciplined. You're so used to running up on these running backs that they do have people capable of getting down the field, specifically Braxton Carmichael, their tight end. Oh, there's a handoff. And nice.
Right side, and I think that's Gabe Johnson. Yeah, just
let's get a defensive replay.
Will not be denied on the block there, and able to scrape over there on the backers and get in there and make a great tackle.
Yep.
Really good, really good. Runs through 3 or 4 guys there and just won't be denied the tackle.
So they are to kick, but it's not Newkirk back there.
No, that'd be Braxton Carmichael back there to punt it away.
So, and the sun's in the eyes here of the Royal receiver.
Yep, he's got his hand up. I would say Royals are just going to get away from that one and start with really good field position again here on their own 41-yard line.
That was almost I don't know. I'm always told that if the defense touches it, is it dead right then, or can the offense pick? Like, he didn't pick the ball up.
Nope, as soon as he touches it, it's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see in late game situations where the defense will just kind of huddle around it.
Right.
So the clock keeps running if you're ahead. Because as soon as he touches it, it should stop the clock and everything should be dead then.
We got 2 backs in the backfield. King and QB back with Eden this time. And they get a
late jump there. Ran the dummy play again. And
yeah, they didn't even – that one wasn't even a – I don't even think that was designed to try to draw them off that time. It's the first time we've seen QB and King in the backfield together.
Switching it up a little, see if you can get both guys involved. King has kind of played second fiddle to QB this year, but not because he's not good enough. It's just strictly because QB, when he gets on the field, is either picking up first downs or scoring the ball. So
Eden takes the snap. It's a low snap. Handed off to QB. QB breaks. Really just went directly right up the middle.
Yeah.
Picked up probably 8 yards before he was touched.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a first down for the Royals.
Yeah, you love to see a running back like Kubi be able to finesse some guys in the open field and make or break a tackle or two, and then just stick his nose in there and pick up those hard yards.
So you've got 3 wide receivers. Sullivan on this side is going to be handoff to King, and he's going to pick up about 3.
3, yep. Yep, looks like the same play, just it went back to James instead of Kubi this time. But again, just as a tough a runner as Kubi there, and willing to stick his nose in as well.
And they now they go to a 4 wide set here with QB in the backfield as Bowman comes in. Snap to Eden. He makes a pass. Sullivan makes a cut. He tries to stiff arm, and he's going to pick up a first down. And it's about the 35-yard line.
Yeah,
nothing too fancy there.
Nope. You'll see from what we've seen so far, Knightstown plays strictly man on the outside, so they're going to want the Royals to try it. They're going to load the box to try and stop the run on the Royals and invite us to throw it outside and hopefully try and beat us or get us to throw it deep. There's a deep ball as we speak. Just overthrown there by Edon.
Yeah,
that's what man does. They want you to throw it deep. They'll give you the little 5-yard trickle plays if you want it. They're inviting you to throw it deep and preying on that downfall. So that time it kind of works. I would expect the Royal offense to come back to that one, though, with Etch and Gallion.
Yeah, that's
not afraid to take a couple shots here and there.
And the way you're running the ball, you can afford it a little bit, you know. So
Edon back to pass and scrambles. He's got room to go. He's still on his feet. Makes a guy miss.
He may get in. He does. Touchdown, Elijah Eden. And he had a big run. That was just right up the middle, kind of weaving through the Knightstown defense, and the open middle, he just was wide open.
Yep. Again, you'll see that all the Knightstown secondary rolls with our wide receivers, and there's no one left in the middle of the field. They had pretty good coverage on all our guys, so that's the right choice there by Eden to just take it, and he's got so much green grass in front of him there if you watch that replay. That was absolutely the right decision. Don't try and squeeze a ball where it can't go. Just pick up the yards you can, and that time he picked up the touchdown.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion easily, pretty much the same thing. And sorry, I was trying to adjust the score as that was going on. So we're still 5 minutes left in the first quarter. The Royals lead 16-0, and the Panthers will receive the ball in just after this commercial. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the Sports
Discover the
Network.
taste of summer at Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farms Sweet Corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
All right, Royals off to a fast start here against the Panthers, 16-0, and we'll be kicking off. And last time, senior Aaron Redmond kicked it into the end zone, and there was no return. And notice the Panthers, they're playing very up. It's almost like they think that we might try something here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the way Redmond has kicked it and what they've probably seen on film, I don't blame them for playing up a little bit to watch those pooch kicks. Teams that lag off a little bit, ooh, and there was the surprise, try and get them off guard, but just not able to get enough foot behind it to get it to go 10.
Yeah. And again, he's got a variety of kicks.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just one of them that just didn't work that time.
Yeah. If we were to show that replay, you could go back and see he just catches too much of the top of the ball, and it kind of dies that's first bounce and goes straight into the ground. But, yeah.
So
that's about classic etches you could get ready to take a shot. And
well, I remember one
Knightstown
game, it was 21-0, and Knightstown hadn't got the ball yet.
Yeah.
A few years ago, or I guess it wasn't a few years ago.
That may have been the
was that
state runner-up year. Yeah, when we beat them 65-0. Yeah, it had been a couple of years before. That was the first year we had won in quite some time. So a little frustration was being taken out on that one.
Handoff right up the middle. That is 33.
Yep, Brody Butler again.
Brody Butler.
Looks like Brody will be getting a good fair share of his handoffs tonight.
Brody Butler on the carry for the Panthers. 3-yard gain in the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Kind of the same, really tight formation, and they're just going to try to pound out the yards, I think, here. And then maybe try to catch us sleeping. And again, using all of the clock here. Like they're just literally waiting for the play clock to go down. It's down to under 5.
Another dive play there to Butler. And to their credit, I mean, until the defense can stop you, I don't see any reason to stop what you're doing. So
right, the time that the Royals got to stop it was they fumbled on the previous play.
Yeah, kind of a miscue there from the Panther offense to help set up the Royal defense and get the ball back. This will bring up 3rd and about a long 4 here for the Panthers.
Carmichael under center with Butler, Jamison, and Mirror maybe? Or is that
Mirror, number 30.
Yep. And again, using all of the play clock.
Another dive to Butler. Same plays 3 times in a row, and the Royal defense able to stand that one up pretty well, only giving up about a yard there, which will bring up 4th and short.
Like Brody Butler again on the carry for the Panthers.
But with the Panthers in Royal territory, I don't see any reason for them to punt it away at this point, especially being down 16-0.
Yeah. See if they try something different here, or if it's just the same up the middle. They've tried one outside run. Yet to throw a pass.
Yeah, I'd watch the fake dive with Butler here, and then maybe a toss out to either Jameson Crawford or Muir.
Yep, there's Jameson off the left side.
Got the sweep out to the right, or excuse me, left side there.
And they're going to pick up the first down.
Good for a Knightstown first down.
We do not have stats, or at least I don't have them up in here. We have limited Wi-Fi, so I'm trying not to waste any on other things. Substitutions.
Yeah, I think you'll see a heavy dose of new D linemen in for the Royals tonight. Got about 7 or 8 guys there on the front line. It's pretty taxing on on those front 4.
Oh yeah, and you're just getting drilled every time.
Yeah, going up, that would be 7 guys there on the front line against the 4. And at least 3 guys are getting double teamed.
And again, 2nd down, and they're at the about 30-yard line.
Yeah, 2 extremely different types of offense tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Royals are kind of a run-and-go kind of offense, and Knightstown's obviously willing to take their time.
As Breyer gets under center and hands it off to Crawford. He gets off the left side, and it's going to be about 3rd and 2.
About a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. Royals with a chance to get it back if you stop them on these next 2 plays, but it wouldn't be with very much clock left anyway.
All right, Carmichael again, patient, looking around. I think he's just waiting for that clock.
Yeah.
And there he's going to
dive
fake
again.
Yeah, dive up the middle and
to Butler.
fake the pitch.
The ref there on the outside looks like he's at the right at the stick. I think they have enough to probably pick it up.
And I'm surprised they let it go that long. They really let the play go.
They're gonna
no signal.
mark the ball. We might get our
first measurement of the year.
Measurement, yeah. We talked about it last week. Haven't seen a lot of measurements.
Yeah, just.
Although I think the ref's just gonna look at it. Yep, you go ahead.
No, no.
We're just gonna look at it. We don't need no measurements.
No.
Excuse me, it's good for a Panther. First down.
Yeah. You almost wonder what's going through Breyer's head there when he's kind of looking around, waiting.
Yes.
He's like,
Yes, it's got to be difficult to just.
Yeah.
And even the linemen, linemen are down now.
A ton of discipline. A ton of discipline from not only the quarterback, your running backs, everybody on their offense is down in the three-point stance besides Breyer, and they're down there for a good 10 to 12 seconds every play at the moment.
Yeah. Crawford off the left side again.
Yeah, it looks like Knightstown's just going to test that left side, and until something changes, they'll stick with what's working for them.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Royals leading 16-0. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second quarter. You're watching East and Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
That is being recognized tonight.
All right. So the Royals lead after the first quarter 16-0 here. It's senior night tonight. There's a Hall of Fame recognition at halftime for the 2013.
13, yep.
And they're the semi-state champion, and they are state runner-ups. And I'm trying to, while I got this up here, I'm trying to fix a scoreboard issue. Do want to put out a congratulations to our middle school girls golf team.
Yeah.
Won the Hancock County meet last night. And I think there'll be a picture we can show here later on. But
really great job there by Coach Almond and all the girls. First time to ever have a girls middle school program in the fall. And really just a girls middle school program in general. So a great job there. And, yeah, all around great job. Really cool to see them have that kind of success.
He does break out there. It looked like it was going to be stopped for really no gain, but broke open to the left side, and third down and 2.
See that the Petries are joining from Mexico. They may earn the longest viewer today. Happy birthday to Carson, too. Carson, bring me back some sand, please.
Carmichael under center here. Same formation. And they're going to hand it off to Mirror.
Out there trying to stretch it. Nothing happening there.
Yep. So
try to change it up just a little bit, see what you can get, but nothing happens there for the Panthers. It's going to bring up 4th and 3rd. Or 4th and 3, excuse me.
It'll be a big play here. If the Royals can stop them here and get away without having, Knightstown started with really good field position.
Yeah. Yep, and they've been just moving the ball slowly and surely. So I'd watch it to go back to Butler right up the middle, or Jamison here to the outside in some kind of sweep motion.
Here's Butler up the middle. Right, Mirror, is it Mirror?
I think that's Mirror
up the middle.
It looks like, the Panthers still moving the pile. Looks like they'll definitely have enough for a first down here.
Good for next down, first down.
They're just really just slowly and methodically moving it down the field 3-4 yards at a time.
Yeah. And for viewers at home, I know it's frustrating to sit here and you're like, why don't you just send everybody and go and get them and put all the pressure on the offense? But you got to keep 2 or 3 guys back in case they leak anyone out of the backfield for a quick pass. So you really got about all 10 guys there for the Panthers against the Royals, 7 or 8 there in the box. So
I think Briar Carmichael dropped the snap there.
Yeah, bounced right back into his hands, it looked like.
And got it back. So I do want to thank everybody watching. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and IHSA TV tonight.
For a 5-yard gain, be 2nd and 5.
Lights are already on here.
Yeah, sun's going down quick.
We'll have down and distance here. If we have a timeout, I probably could get it to work. Carmichael under center. Again, under 5 on the play clock. And nowhere there for, I'm not sure who that one was.
Crawford.
Crawford.
Yep. Gang of Royals there. Looks like B. Hill or Bill and Trueblood and Voles all there to kind of help make that tackle.
And here we go, 3rd and 5 from the 6. So they can get a first down before the goal line. It may be our quickest game we've ever streamed here.
Yeah, and maybe a quick one, exactly. Braden Hill able to get in the backfield again and make that tackle. Again, it was Crawford for a no gain, bringing up 4th and a long 4 there for the Panthers.
Now, what do they decide to do here?
4th and 4 is a pretty tough play call considering what they've shown tonight. I don't know that they stick with those plays that they've had. This would be the one where I think you might see someone sneak out the backfield here. Doesn't look like they're in a huge hurry to get a playoff here. I'd expect a timeout from the Knightstown sideline, and they're going to talk it over and see what they can't come up with.
They're running the clock all the way down. So that'll be the first time. I just realized we don't even have timeouts up here yet. So I'm going to work on the scoreboard, and we're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
Championship of the year for the Royal Carriers. The cross-country team will host the EH Invitational tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
All right. Said the Royals caught. They marked that as the Royals timeout on the scoreboard. It is.
Yeah, I don't think
pretty
that's
sure it wasn't us.
Was the Royals, no.
And they are going to throw
it. Pop
it.
pass.
And a touchdown. That was Carmichael to, I don't know. I couldn't see. Carmichael to Braxton Carmichael. And those are the two that you had to kind of be aware of. He tends to throw to his brother.
Yep, there at the tight end position. You just see him pop out there. And Willis just over his hands, not able to get it. And knock it down. So Newkirk on for the Panthers. A little bit of a missed snap. And a block kick there by the Royals. Fantastic job getting some pressure there off the right side.
Looks like Jordan Shaw got his hand on the kick.
So that'll bring up 16-6 here with about 7 minutes left in the first half. Royal offense about to take the field again, and definitely a game where Knightstown is going to control most of the clock here.
It's been a very quick first half here.
Yeah, we're only pushing about 40 minutes here.
I'm trying to get down and distance working.
I think we were definitely still in the first quarter this time last week against Heritage Christian.
Oh, yeah. So there we go. 1st and 10. All right. The timeout is wrong on the scoreboard, so I'm pretty sure Knightstown's the one with 2 timeouts. And the Royals have all 3 of theirs. And then it makes you wonder how patient can the Royals be, because they've been sitting on the sideline for a while here. But at the same time, you want to score.
Yeah,
and
yeah, you don't want to give the ball back here to Knightstown to try and get some momentum rolling into halftime. You want to keep your momentum rolling on offense and just hope that you can get a defense out there that can start making a couple stops.
All right, I think Newkirk puts a foot into it, and it's going to be returned by Shaw, I believe.
I think that's Bowman.
Bowman?
Yep.
Sorry, you're right. Bowman's got it.
Has some
on
room.
The left side.
Gets to the outside. Can he catch a couple blocks? He's still on his feet over the 50. He's going to be taken down in Panther territory at the 35. So another great return to help set up the Royal offense there.
And this is going to be one of those, like, time possession is not going to maybe sometimes tell the story of a game.
Yeah. Absolutely. If you were to just look at the box score here and look at time of possession, I think it would definitely be a little misleading.
And now the Royals are going to come out with their offense. We never talked about the offensive linemen, but I think Hester's stepped in this week. Is that right?
Yeah. You got Bill here, or Braden Hill at center taking over for Wickard, and you got the freshman Braden Hester stepping in at right guard. And it's done a really good job tonight so far. So good job, Braden.
All right, and he faked King, and they throw it out to Rubel, and Rubel just runs over people and stumbles about the 10. You like that. You like to see that out of Caden.
Yeah, just a quick flat play there. Real simple pass and catch, but a great run after the catch there for Rubel.
He just kind of put his head down and no chance of tackling.
Yeah. Royal offense moving fast here, trying to get guys set up. Knightstown shifting.
Eden with King. He's going to fake the King, hand it off or pass it to Rubel. Basically the same play.
Exact play there. Fake that, hand off to King, and then a little short flat out to Rubel. Still able to pick up 2, even though the Knightstown Panthers were all over that one.
It's going to be 1st and about 8. And we got, looks like Voles and Manship on the near side, and is that Redmond
on the far,
Redmond on the far side, and Elijah jumps him off,
gets him off again. Really good job there by the Royals.
So now you got a 2nd and short, and the same thing we talked about the Royals offense kind of being over there for a while. I don't know how many players are playing 2 ways for the Panthers. I imagine quite a few of them.
Yeah, I
probably.
think you got a lot of guys on Knightstown playing both ways. So,
and we really don't have that many.
For the most part,
right?
Yeah. No, you get Bowman plays a lot both ways, and you got linemen who play a lot both ways. But Edon and
Manship.
King, Manship, Kubi never play. Nope. And we got a toss here to Dylan Bowman, who's going to walk in untouched.
That was, yep.
Just a sweep out there. Sweep to Bowman across the left side, and great job blocking out there by the wide receivers on the left side of the line. He literally walked in the end zone.
That's his first touchdown, but he's got 10 points because he got 2 2-point conversions as well.
Yeah, and he's out there still. I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to him. he's walked in on pretty much both 2-point conversions, so why fix it if it's not broke, right?
Nope.
Direct snap to Bowman. Gets a couple blocks.
Did they stop him?
And they give him the call. And he makes it in again. So all 8 points there are Dylan Bowman's, and the Royals lead 24-6.
And let me trying to fix some scoreboard issues.
Another quick possession there. You see, they started with the ball at 7 minutes 49 seconds, and so they took about a minute 24 there off the clock. And yeah, you definitely, this comment here on our page, old school versus new school, I don't think you can get any different, or excuse me, any different types of offense than these two we have here tonight.
And I'm trying to fix so the score updates automatically instead of me updating it. There we go. All right. So it's gotten dark enough that it can read our scoreboard. So Dylan Bowman's got 10 of our 24 points here.
12, I think.
Is
he
it
scored
12?
all 8 of those, and he scored two point conversions
he did.
tonight.
You're right.
So
I forgot about the last 2-point
he's
conversion.
got half the points tonight. So,
he's
pretty good
senior
start
night.
to a senior night.
Yep. And I used him as the graphic, the game day graphic.
Perfect.
And when I do use Mark, that's the day he went off against North Decatur. So who should I use next week? Actually, they're already done.
I think that's one for the chat.
They're already done. I'm not redoing them. So
the next week.
Yes. All right. So
Redmond's set here to kick off.
Do you want to
go ahead and notice he's not lined up as far back as he normally is, so I'd watch for another onside kick here from the Royals unless he can put a boot into it this short. He's got about 2 steps to the ball.
He's making a call now, right?
Yep, Etch is making a call telling him where he wants it kicked. And I don't know that Redmond's going to kick it. It's going to be Pablo. The foreign exchange student tries to onside it. Braxton Carmichael just falls on it, makes a wonderful play there for the Panthers.
Pablo.
But Pablo's
got his moment
trying
right
to get some moments in, yeah.
I know that he's been one. I've been told by the coaches if we didn't have Aaron Redmond, Pablo would be a really good varsity kicker.
Absolutely. I heard today that he hit a 50-yard field goal. Now, this was from kids, so it's hard to tell if that's true or not. I hear the math teachers here at Eastern are a little bit sketchy, so I don't know if the kids know how to add. But if that's true, that's pretty impressive for a kid of his stature. He's not very big and doesn't have a ton of weight behind it, so 50 yards is pretty impressive.
And you don't blame the Royals. They want to get the ball back.
Yeah.
And the way it's such a long time between possessions.
It's just a pit every time right up the middle for the most part here for the Panther offense. And Royal defense, like I said, and those 4 guys up front are just taking a beat and trying to get into the backfield and make something happen here.
And our coaches were kind of a little prepared for this. We heard from a coach that they thought Knightstown was going to go with a 3 yards in a cloud of dust strategy.
Yeah.
And they were right on it.
Yep.
So, and that's kind of what we've seen here. Again, you got to be aware of their receivers that do sneak out, specifically Braxton Carmichael. Oh, and a good handoff, and who was that nearly just went right by? Is that Sullivan? Sullivan playing D?
Yeah, Sullivan's there on the D line.
So Sullivan,
big quick body.
He was out there and just kind of couldn't contain him. Got right by. Do want to mention we have 5 minutes or so till halftime. We're going to have a special Hall of Fame induction for the 2013 semi-state champion football team. So we will plan on filming that.
Another dive up the middle. That Royal front line starting to get a little bit of a push here. As we start to wind down this half, you almost wonder if the Knightstown front is wearing down a little bit, or if it all goes back to that Plowshare and Anvil idea and game, and the Royals are just picking it up a little bit here on defense.
And you got to wonder, is there a point where the game plan gets changed, or is this just about being a respectable score? Like you're running the clock down to have fewer possessions to not Is this I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Being the Plowshare and Anvil game, I would imagine that Knightstown and their coaches want to win this just as bad as the Royal sideline. So at some point, I would expect the game plan to change a little bit. I would maybe here on 4th and 4, you'll see one of those pop passes again. But yeah, at a certain point, you can only play this type of offense for so long when you're down 18 points here.
That's the Royals. It says the Royals took this timeout. I'm pretty sure the Royals did not take that first timeout.
No, the Royals definitely did not.
So I don't know if
there
our
was
scoreboard operator or who took that timeout. I'm not even sure.
Knightstown again. Yeah,
So
Knightstown hasn't been lined up either time, so there would be no reason for Edge or the Royals to
So
take
the
those.
scoreboard at the stadium is wrong. That's why the scoreboard's wrong. Our scoreboard reads the scoreboard in the stadium.
Yeah.
So
yeah, reading it backwards. The Knightstown Panthers have 1 timeout left. Royals have all 3. So if you might see the Royals start to take some timeouts here to try and keep some time on the clock, see if they can't get it back. If they don't get it back here, maybe the next couple fresh set of downs, but we'll see.
Again, the formations aren't confusing here, so it's pretty much the same formation the Panthers have used the entire night. And
try to get the Royals to jump off sides there. Breyer looks to the sideline. I don't know if they don't have a play called, or it looks like they might take their last time out here. Yeah, clock's not running, so I don't know why they don't just go ahead and take it. There's no real reason to run down the play clock, but.
All right. So that's their last timeout, and they keep taking it off of the wrong side there. So
yeah,
that's bothering me. But so that's interesting. They went in there with just basically they were running the draw them off sides play and didn't have a backup if they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they wanted a little bit more time to think about what they wanted to run, or if that was strictly just try and get them off sides. And if we can't, we'll talk about it some more and see what we can't get.
I do want to, let's look at, we're on YouTube. So that's probably the best place to watch, the best quality video. Facebook kind of lowers the quality of the video a little bit. And Twitter. We're on Twitter as well, and we're on IHSAA TV as part of the Champions Network. So I do want to thank people for watching us. And the weather is cooling off quite a bit as the sun's gone down. We started off about 72 degrees. I bet it's somewhere in the mid-60s now or lower.
Yep, we've hit that fall time stretch.
My favorite weather.
Pretty quick. Oh, yeah.
Sweatshirt and shorts weather is my favorite weather. All right, Carmichael under center. 3 running backs in behind. He's going to hand it off.
Stretch, it's going to be a halfback pass.
Yep, and it's going to be picked. Oh, nope. Knocked down.
He could have had it. If Bowman wanted that, he could have added to his senior night stats and taken it. Oh, excuse me, it's not Bowman, it's Shaw. Shaw yelled at me in the hallway today because I always call him Bowman. So sorry again, Shaw.
So, and then earlier I called Bowman Shaw on that.
They have this. Their numbers are so similar. They have the same kind of body types. It's just hard.
So here's the play, and so they went with like a halfback option pass, and
a little trickery again. And like we said, they have to change some things up. And Braxton, is that Braxton?
Yeah, I think that was
Carmichael
Braxton.
Down the field gets a little bit of. I think if Jameson hits it a little bit earlier, it might be there, but. Nonetheless, good effort by the Panthers and just a great stop by the Royal defense there.
And now the Royals score quickly here.
Got
to think that Knightstown's got to do something different. Flag on the play, I believe.
King up the middle for a good 6-yard gain, but yeah, we'll see what the flag is here. It was a pretty quick flag, so I'm not sure. I don't think it'll be a holding or a block in the back. It came pretty much as the snap got back there, so it's either going to be a legal motion, on the offense. So it'll be push the Royals back 5 yards, and it'll remain first down.
Yep. But the way our offense has gone, we haven't had too many third downs, really. I can remember.
No, I'm not sure we've had one tonight. And if we had one, it was one. So
yeah, we've moved the ball really, really well. James King back with Eden. And the snap. He's going to just toss it to James, and he's going
Makes
to.
a man miss.
Yep. And
a good block there by Manship. Oh, they threw the flag, but King's still trucking downfield.
So good run, and it's going to come back part of the way. And it's actually going to probably erase everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be about 1st and 15, maybe 1st and 17 again here.
Oh, yep, there it was.
Just a little bit longer. Great run by King. He shakes his head, and I can't blame him as he comes off. Yeah, just a little too much there from the outside from Manship. Got to love the effort he's putting in, but, it's just a little – it's real close. He tries to just get him on his side, but I think it's actually a block in the back, not a hold.
Yeah, that looked more like a block in the back. And even then, I don't know if he really was the one that caused him to fall. Like, I felt like he was kind of going down.
He was moving
anyways.
forward and had a little bit too much momentum forward, but nonetheless, he gets the call and brings up about 1st and 17, like we said here, for the Royal offense.
Yep. And making sure the board's reading correctly. Oh, it's second quarter. I forgot to set that up.
Edon takes a snap. It's a bad snap. Kubi just falls on it. Never gets off the ground there. And Kubi with the whereabouts to just fall on it and not try and make anything out of that play. So that'll back the Royals up another 3 yards, bringing up a 2nd and pretty long, about 20. So.
And it'll be interesting to see if we can get somebody like out in the open.
See if they can't make some guys miss. Yeah, you got 3 guys to the wide side of the field, and the Panthers are just kind of now noticing getting over there. But the Panthers don't have any timeouts here, so they can't really help control the clock on their end.
Eden takes the snap. He's going to throw. No, he's going to bring it down and run right up.
QB draw.
Kind of design there. And
picks up 4 or 5.
Didn't pick up as many as I think he was hoping to get on that one.
Yep.
So it's going to force a 3rd and pretty long, 3rd and 17 or so.
Yeah, I'd look for the Royals to pick something to get. I mean, they're not going to not look down the field, but I wouldn't expect just a deep shot here. I'd expect something pretty conservative out of the play call, as they'll probably go for it on 4th.
Oh, nope, he does
take
deep.
a shot.
And
just over the head again.
We haven't been real accurate down the field,
and that's
so far tonight.
What we talked about earlier. That's the Panthers' defensive game plan is to prey on the downfall of the deep ball, and so far it's worked for them in that aspect.
Right.
The run game's stuck well for the Royals and kind of helped boosted the offense, but the deep ball has yet to be connected on so far tonight.
Now, Royals are gonna punt.
They do line up in the punt formation. I'd watch for something, maybe someone right up the middle here, as there's no one in the middle of the field, but Redmond does take it. Ooh, a low liner, bounces a couple times, and Voles just goes at. Yeah. Excuse me, not Voles. That'd be Hayden Jackson actually takes that and picks it up there on the Knightstown 40-yard line.
And that's honestly, that's not it's kind of like the kickoff where you kind of aim at a front lineman, the front person on the
see if you
return.
can't doink it off somebody. And
I mean, almost that's what that was, like aiming at someone running down the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was designed or not, or just kind of a miscue. The Panthers did have some guys back there getting some pressure, so you might watch here with only 1:56 left and no timeouts for the Panthers for those quick pop passes and a waggle pass that they've shown on film they like to run.
So Briar Carmichael, nope, he's going to hand it off right up the middle, and they have no timeout. So
the clock will continue to run here.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of pace that they move at.
The Royals are going to use their timeout, see if they can't try and pick it back up.
Yep. So the scoreboard is backwards. For whoever's running our scoreboard is doing the timeouts backwards. So it should be no timeouts for Knightstown and 2, I believe, for the Royals.
Yep, that was the first. They're just going to keep taking it, take it off the Knightstown side.
But so it'd be interesting to see. I was wanting to see what kind of pace they did. If they were going to run that, were they getting back up there quickly? Were they using all the play clock?
Yeah.
And I don't really see much of a difference in the pace so far.
Or they may be just happy going into the halftime down 24-6,
Right.
and just not letting the Royal offense get the ball back here, especially with decent field position. So
It kind of surprises me a little bit how conservative they've been, because this is a better team. And we went into halftime with these guys last year, and it was a close game at halftime.
Yeah.
I know the score ended up being very lopsided, but it was
Right.
close at halftime. So I'm a little surprised at the conservativeness, but because this team is definitely better than last year's team.
Yeah, much improved. And that one goes nowhere. Hoskin makes a good move there and able to get to the backfield and make that tackle on Jamison Crawford. So that'll bring up 3rd and we'll say 6 for the Panthers and another timeout for the Royals. They'll have 1 left, and we're down to 1:40.
All right, let's see if we can cover some things here as the Royals sectional right now during this timeout. Northeastern TEC team, they are leading the TEC and one of the top teams in the sectional. Be interesting to see kind of how they do when they play Centerville. That'll be a big matchup, I think, next week. Heritage Christian we saw last week. Definitely going to be one of the top teams in the sectional. LaPel got off to a slow start, but you know that Coach Miller have them going by tournament time.
42-8 win over Shenandoah, too, is a very good win for them. So. And a nice way to finally get their first win of the season. So,
all right, let's see if the Royals can force a 4th down here with 1:40 left. 3rd and 6. And Carmichael under center again.
Tries to draw the Royal defense off sides there. Nothing happening there. No bites.
And just very patient.
Yeah.
They're going to hand off up the middle.
Another dive.
And that's going to be a 4th down. The Royals are going to use their last timeout. It's going to be 4th down and now decision time. Do you kick this away and make the Royals go farther, or do you take the chance of giving the Royals really good field position going in and a chance to score? Because the Royals have shown they can score quickly.
Yeah. It only took them 1 minute and 20-some seconds there on that last touchdown that they got, but here if they punt it away and make them drive a little bit trying to get downfield, maybe take a little bit more time than what they had before, because they started with really good field position.
We talked about the Royals sectional. Here's Knightstown sectional. And North Decatur the last couple of years have kind of been the top teams.
The favorites, yeah.
And they're up there now. Milan we're going to see next week.
Yeah.
So at Milan, and that'll be a tough one. I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're very competitive, a hard-nosed team, and year in and year out, they never really have a down year. They do have some better years, but they are always extremely consistent and very well coached.
So we're not even putting anybody back to return this. Well, maybe Vols starts to move back.
Lingering back, but now the coaching staff's yelling at him, get back. Take it. Oh, no, good boot there.
Oh.
Vols tries to take it. I don't know if he touched it or not. He does pick it up. Don't touch him, Willis.
Oh,
now
and
Vols
he gets
able
to
to
the
make
outside.
He gets to the outside. Can he pick up this block?
And
He's still rumbling.
Oh, hang on
He
that
makes
ball.
another cutback.
Nice. He may go.
And he's going to make it all the way. There's no Knightstown Panthers there to block it.
So,
Field
touchdown. And I don't know if we're going to see it, where he picks this. Oh, yeah, we didn't see it, but he picked the ball up. That might be
10 or 15 yard line.
the longest. That might be the longest punt return in school history. We may have to do some record searching during halftime.
Yep. Our historian is kind of busy at the moment.
Yeah.
But
I know where they're at, I think, on the where they're documented. So may have to research that. So Vols,
probably an 85-yard return there, give or take.
Somebody rewind that and tell me.
That's our trivia question today, actually.
Remind me, or tell us where he picked that up at, because we can't rewind. Eden throws it.
Finds Bowman again.
Yep, Bowman with another 2-point conversion. He might break the record for most 2-point conversions in a game. And 32-6, the Royals lead.
I do stand corrected. That took the Royals all 20 seconds to go ahead and get that score when they touched it. So,
now, the time of possession, so far at least, is not going to tell the story of this game.
No, not at all.
And because Knightstown has definitely had the ball longer than the Royals. Sorry, I'm messing with scoreboard stuff, so if you see it do weird things, it's me trying to make it read better. All right, I think that's a pretty good start. I think the Royals will be pretty happy going in 32-6 here at halftime if they can get another stop.
And this will be interesting now. I feel like this possession will help kind of answer the question that we've been asking. Are the Panthers willing to just go into halftime and kind of lick their wounds, or are they going to spread things out and try and change the game plan and see if they can't get a quick score of their own here before halftime? Neither team with either timeout, so this kind of will help lay the idea for what the rest of the game might hold.
And Redmond back to kick off for the Royals.
And if I'm Redmond, I just boot this.
Yeah. No Pablo in this time.
No.
No, you got Wheeler, and I think that is Taylor Conley, I believe, there next to him. Yep. And I don't think Wheeler or Conley has the boot that Redmond or Pablo does. So
And we got confirmation on our school record. It was a school record for punt return, longest punt return. We'll talk about it after this. So the longest punt return before was Cole Rainbow with 89 yards. And at Fountain Central.
Okay.
Or versus Fountain Central. Yeah, so I think he had a kickoff return, or like called back or a punt in the same game.
Oh, wow.
And that was 91 yards unofficially. They'll go back and look at the film. And that's what Chris Wicker says on the chat, 9-yard line. So he's confirming it.
Great return there. Great blocking there from all of the other Royals out on the field. So really good job. Knightstown back in their tight package, but they will take a pop. Ooh, there is some flag on the field.
What's that? Like a grab on the way by?
Yep, they're going to call defensive holding here on the Royals secondary. That should give the Panthers enough for a first down here.
And was that to Braxton again?
Yeah, that was to Braxton again. They lined up in that same formation, and it's just a pop there from the tight end. They try and get you catch you off guard with the play action pass to one of the running backs, and looking for the pop. It was well covered. I don't know if we have the replay of that one or not.
I did not hit it.
That's okay.
No.
I don't know if it was a grab. It was a pretty light one, but it was all it has to be is just enough to make it uncatchable for the offensive guy. So.
All right, no change in the offense for the Panthers. So Carmichael.
Same formation.
Yep.
And I wonder if that wasn't their one shot that they were willing to take here before halftime.
Right. They were going to see if they could get something, catch us sleeping. Though I'm surprised they didn't try that like on a second down maybe. But now it's
really lull them to sleep. Exactly.
Under a minute, and they're just going to go into halftime here 32-6. And I probably ought to start getting stuff together here for the Hall of Fame induction. So we will be getting that during halftime.
And one more play here, and not much. Looks like Crawford was tripped up there right at the line. And that should do it here for the first half, with the Royals leading 32-6 over the Knightstown Panthers.
And really, we go in. I haven't done a very good job at keeping track of this, but let's see. We've had 16 in this quarter, so.
Yes, 16-0, and then another 16, correct.
Okay, I'm trying to get my scoreboard right, but going into halftime, Royals got to be really happy with that 32-6 score there. and a little surprising even to me as well. I thought we would be very competitive against them, but a little better than I anticipated us even.
Royals playing pretty good on both sides of the ball. So,
all right, lot going on here. Halftime. We had senior night before the game. We're getting ready to have halftime Hall of Fame, and we will stream that in just a second, and we'll try to show it the best we can. I don't know if which camera is the best to use. So I do have a camera in case it doesn't show the right thing that I want them to show. But this camera looks like it's going to point in the right direction. We'll see. So this is the 2013 semi-state champion. I'll tell you what, that semi-state game was one of the coolest moments I can remember here at Eastern Hancock. I've never seen a bigger crowd here, and it was a really awesome moment and just unreal. If you've seen some of the pictures, to switch over as some of the team members that are here are walking out on the field. And what a season that was. I hope my Zoom is working. We got coaches, and a lot of coaches from and we're going to switch over to the PA, but a lot of coaches on the team now that were on the team then.
Hall of Fame football induction team. The Eastern Hancock Athletic Boosters exist in part to encourage participation in athletics and recognize outstanding accomplishments of our student athletes. As an extension of this, the Athletic Boosters established the Eastern Hancock Athletic Hall of Fame in 2018 to recognize and remember outstanding athletes, teams, coaches, and contributors from the past at Eastern Hancock, Charlottesville, Westland, and Wilkinson High School that have helped to build the traditions of Eastern Hancock athletics. Tonight we induct the 2013 Eastern Hancock football team into the Eastern Hancock Athletic Hall of Fame for their accomplishments. The 2013 football team joined 38 athletes, 3 coaches, and 4 teams previously inducted into the Hall of Fame. The accomplishments of the 2013 Royal football team are arguably the most impressive of any team in Eastern Hancock history. Head coach Pat Echeverria's team dominated their opponents on the way to a school record tying 14 wins. The team won every game by at least a 2-touchdown margin, and only 2 wins being less than 21 points. The team scored over 40 points 11 times, 50 points 9 times, 60 points 7 times, and topped 70 points in 3 different times. In a 9-game stretch, beginning in week 4 of the regular season through the sectional championship game, they scored 52 points or more in every game, winning those games by a combined score of 588 to 121, with 3 shutouts during this streak. They were Mid-Indiana Football Conference champions with a 5-0 conference record. The 2013 Royal dominating performance all season is documented by a look at Eastern Hancock school record book. The average score of all games was an impressive 52.9 to 15.8. The team set and still holds single game records with 516 rushing yards, 669 yards of total offense, and 78 points. They still hold the single season school record for 14 wins, rushing with 339.8 yards per game, total offense with 458.2 yards per game, and 794 points scored. There were many individual accomplishments as well, as 7 players were named All-Conference, 7 All-County, and 3 were named All-State. These accomplishments all accumulated with the Royals making only the 2nd appearance in a state championship game in any sport in Eastern Hancock history. We are pleased to recognize the following members of this team that are with us tonight: Bryce Spiegel, Clayton Brunfield, Tom Barton, Logan Splater, Garrett Hancock, Caleb Byers, Hunter Knopp, Austin Smith, Garrett James, Logan McAbee, Cooper Henderson, Cole Allen, Caleb Jessup, Levi Hammond, Cody Smith, Christian Mazzotis, Austin Bernarski, Patrick Seal, Jared Waterman, Colby Hunt. We have coaching staff, Coach Pat Echeverria, the late defensive coordinator, Mr. Clayton Schultz, assistant coach Doug Schultz, assistant coach Brad Klinick, filmer John Splater, statistician Gary Brown, and cheerleading coach Becky Spiegel. Please join me in welcoming the 2013 Eastern Hancock football team as the newest member of the Eastern Hancock Athletic Hall of Fame.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. Commissioner, week number 5 of high school football. You and your staff out on your statewide tour visiting with principals, which wraps up next week. So we're still in the thick of it. And 2 weeks from now, we're going to be playing some girls golf for championship honors. And so this is a very busy time for everyone.
It is, Coach. And, and busy is great, though. Anytime student athletes, again, I say this a lot, but I'm going to keep saying it. They're in the gym with coaches, they're on the field, and they're learning lessons of life. And how can you not celebrate that with a smile on your face on a weekly basis,
Right.
It's busy.
The cool thing about it is you've done it. I've done it. We had our high school careers. I was fortunate to have a modicum of success. Played on 4 sectional championship teams, and we understand what that feels like. At this stages of our lives, we've been there, somewhat done that, but understand the excitement that these kids go through and how much work they put in, their parents put in, the communities put in, and everybody does to make it so that they can have the best experience they can. And you can't help but smile when you walk in a gym or walk out onto a field and seeing those kids going through experiences that they will remember for their lives.
That's right, Coach. We talk about several things in the office. Those lessons that they're learning are, first of all, they're transferable to the rest of their life. They're certainly profound in their approach, and they're real. There are lessons that they're learning that those kids are going to walk through every aspect of life, through their entire career, or as a parent, as a coach someday, or maybe even a broadcaster along the way.
Careful now. You want them to have a successful career.
We do. But they will. They'll all find their own path.
Well, they certainly do. And I cannot believe we're already getting ready to play for a girls' golf championship.
We are 2 weeks away. We start sectional play this weekend, turn right around regional, and then we're going to finish up at Prairie View Golf Course in Carmel, Indiana. Been our celebratory state championship venue for many, many years, and we're excited to get back there again. And I tell you, the quality, I wish people need to get out and watch. If they want to do something that's just fun, the quality of the golf that these student athletes are playing year-round. They're working hard. They play tournaments. They're out on the practice green in the morning, things that I never wanted to do when it came to my golf game. But they continue to get better, and we'll have an incredible story that'll come out next week about somebody within that golf tournament that is just made for primetime television.
Now you have another week on the road with principals talking about important legislative things and things that matter to everyone. It's one of the things that you all do behind the scenes. It gets very little publicity, and you kind of like it that way.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And the best thing is that our organization, Coach, as you know, is a membership organization. People, they're voluntary. They choose to be a member, and every principal in the state of Indiana has the ability to propose change and bylaw changes, and that's a wonderful, and that's the way an education-based entity ought to work. But we're out listening today, and the other thing, there are many people along the way think that Paul Knighty gets to just make the rules, and they would be sorely. I think what they need to understand is Paul Knight doesn't write any rules, or certainly make any rules. They're approved by our members, our board of directors. They're elected to oversee this organization, and there's 19 of them. And my role is to implement the bylaws of this association as written, and that's what we try to do with fidelity and a heart for kids along the way. And I think our staff does a great job of that.
I echo that. I think you do it and do it well. Paul Knighting is the commissioner of the IHSAA. This is our weekly conversation with him regarding all things IHSAA related. I'm Bob Lovell. Commissioner Knighting, thanks so much. Be safe on the highways. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Coach, and appreciate everything you do.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighting and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSA.
Attention car owners. Has your vehicle seen better days? Introducing Dents Automotive, your go-to solution for those unsightly dents and dings. Our expert technicians use state-of-the-art techniques to restore your car's beauty like magic. Whether it's a minor ding or a pesky dent, we've got you covered. With years of experience and a passion for perfection, we'll have your car looking like new in no time. Don't let dents cramp your style. Visit Dents Automotive today and drive away with a smile. Your car deserves the best. Dents Automotive, where excellence meets restoration.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
Discover the taste of summer at Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farms sweet corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
I live in a rural area and I am an electric and internet customer. One day I received a check in the mail and I didn't really realize what it was for. Something that I really didn't realize, that I was getting money back for the services that they give to me, which is nice. Being local, you don't really see that from bigger companies. 9-Star is different than others.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
All right, we're back. About a little under 2 minutes. Teams are back on the field, going through second half warm-ups or halftime warm-ups, and the Royals off to a pretty good start. Scored 16 points in the first quarter. Knightstown got on the board in the second quarter with a touchdown, and a really nice drive, moved right down the field, and a pass from Briar Carmichael to Braxton Carmichael to get the Panthers on the board. And then the Royals then ran off 16 points right before halftime, and it's 32-6 here in the at the halftime. So we did have Hall of Fame inductions. Congratulations, you're a Hall of Famer over here.
Yeah. I had an idea at some point that team would probably be inducted, so always an honor to be a part of that special group up there on that wall. But yeah, know a lot of teams that probably should be up there and may never get the chance, but so it's pretty cool honor. Good to see all those guys again.
Yeah. I was skimming I was trying to recognize it. So weird. 10 years is a long time.
Yeah, a lot of things change.
I mean, it's been it's been a while, so I was trying to recognize. I didn't recognize everybody out there. So
yeah, I think my driver's license is still from 10 years ago, and I weigh, let's just say, a couple more pounds than what I did on my initial driver's license.
It's bad that they let you just choose your weight. It's like, you're just like, what do you want to be?
Yeah.
So
it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you to put more on there.
So we're getting ready to start with the second half. And like I said, we've had a pretty good night here. Started off with senior night. We started the stream really early. That's why you're probably seeing this stream is really going over. Like it's been started for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then really quick first half, really, other than the fact that we had a lot of
that last 5 minutes took a while and kind of got us back to about normal, I think. But those first 19 minutes of the first half were very fast.
And then it'll be real interesting. The Royals are going to kick off. Be real interesting to see what how Knightstown kind of responds here. They've literally ran the play clock down under 5 seconds every play, despite being down. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the strategy they continue to do. Excuse me, or if they will change something up here.
Yeah. And if you're this front five for the Knightstown Panthers here on kickoff, you got to be ready and know that. Again, Pablo's not in, so nothing tricky there, but doesn't mean that Redmond won't go back to that quick onside kick. Not this time. That one's deep and left, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a second touchback of the night.
So that's impressive, like to have that ability to do that, and really no chance to return it, and did a good job at keeping it in bounds and kind of on the side. He couldn't get to it, and here we go. So second half, here we're going to see if anything changes. It's going to start from the 20-yard line, and the lone touchdown for the Panthers was a Carmichael to Carmichael pass, and they're kind of in the same formation. So again, looks very similar to the first half. And
another dive right up the middle with an option fake out there.
Yeah, they extended that out there. Now you wonder if they'll go to that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime you show it, I would expect to see it at some point later on. So that one actually loses about a yard, so it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Panthers.
And that's kind of what the Royals can get them in long.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers just haven't shown the ability to knock off big plays.
Right, big chunks of yard at a time. 5 or 6 is about their max right now that I've seen. So
and Carmichael is got it under 5 seconds, and he is going to throw it.
Still.
He's going to roll out.
There's no one out here.
And they do throw it to Braxton.
Yep, finds his brother there. So took a while to develop, but Braxton was able to sneak out there eventually and pick up a good chunk of yards. And just kind of the announcer's curse there, picks up a good 10 yards there. Not quite 10, but 7 or 8 there on that rollout to bring up 3rd and manageable for the Panthers.
All right, and then it's going to be 3rd and about 4. And Breyer's shown that ability. He's thrown the ball down the field. I've seen it on film.
Yeah,
so,
he's got the arm. He's capable.
And so the Royals creep up, expecting run again, and that's going to be
Murr. Gets it to the outside, and he's going to be able to pick up the first down. A good run there. Royals able to get some pressure up the middle, just not able to get there fast enough after, I believe it's Murray there, is able to get out to the outside.
It's going to be
get some substitutions
1st and
here.
10, and same formation. They're just going to, let's just see if they start snapping a little bit quicker. Oh, somebody's coming out here.
Got
maybe
Will is
blood.
coming out because of knees. Nope, can't see the knees. It's a point of emphasis that they've been focusing on for the past couple years, and You'll see it every so often, refs pulling guys out because you can see the knees. He's going to say Dylan's got to come out too. So we got to find a whole new corner. Hayden Jackson, the freshman, pulls his pants down to make
sure you're covering your knees.
Are covered.
So,
and the ref, he's good with Hayden out there. So,
all right. So Breyer under center, and the same 3 backs right behind him, and again, just letting this clock run, down by 26 points.
Yeah.
And the ball's right up the middle. And
good host of tackles there. The Sullivan twins able to get in there, and I think Voles was the other guy able to make a tackle.
And I don't know, like we'll see. Willis almost went out, but coach pulled him back out.
Yeah, wants to make sure that those knees are covered.
If you start doing it, I imagine they can even probably penalize you if you continue to go out there.
Right.
So here's Carmichael under center again, letting the clock go down. This is really strange to me. Like, this has the feeling of not trying to win the game, but trying to limit how much you get beat by.
Yeah,
it's very. I haven't seen a football game like this. So, and the Royals came out with a ball there, but I guess they're saying he stopped.
They're always going to call forward progress there. And stop the play before anything crazy happens. So about 9 times out of 10, the defense can come out of the pile with that ball, and the offense is going to keep it.
So 3rd and very short, less than 1 yard. And he wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of fake right here because they're going to go for it on 4th.
Yeah.
And
they've shown they can pick it up. So
dope. He's going to hand it off right up the middle.
Just a dive, yeah. Pick up another 5 or 6 each time. Man, and if you're this officiating crew, you're praying that Knightstown just keeps the ball because your job becomes extremely easy.
Yeah.
Mark it, set it, watch the clock run down, point for first downs every so often.
Yeah.
Your job becomes extremely easy. Hopefully they didn't have to make too far of a trip.
And really,
have a quick night.
You're probably not going to see too many penalties in
a
pile up like that, like a scrum.
It's a wedge and a scrum that pushes forward, so it's hard to get any kind of holding call or anything like that. So
they go to
you
the
did get a stretch to the outside. Bowman's there,
big
able
hit.
to force it back in, and Hoskin lays a solid hit there on Jamison Crawford, and that one is a no gain for the Panthers. So I would expect to see the Panthers stick with what's working for them, which is right up the gut. And kind of to shy away from these outside run plays where they're either losing or not gaining anything.
And Royals lead 32-6 here, 7 minutes and 17 seconds left. And in no hurry.
Nope.
So Carmichael under center, 2nd and 10. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to look for Carmichael, and this time, they're going to get called for the flag there.
Defensive pass interference. That is questionable for me.
We have one.
We got
Royals
Voles down on the field. Looks like he may have collided with Bowman back there.
Yep. So they're going to tend to Voles. And our trainer, Troy Hirschman, one of the best in the business. Does a great job taking care of our athletes. Goes out to check on them. It's going to be a penalty. Did we ever see a signal for the penalty?
Yeah, they just signaled it. Right behind him, actually. But looks like it'll definitely be a first down there for the Panthers, and it was defensive pass interference.
So that's what I assumed. But they I actually thought we were going to get an interception there.
Yeah.
We were well. We had someone deep, and right now, at least in this game, they haven't really looked at anybody but Braxton.
Yeah.
Though I have seen him throw it to some other players.
They haven't split anybody out. It's just been that tight formation all night long, and they just keep running that same pop pass with Braxton. So.
Do want to mention we do have a trivia question, and we'll use that between the third and fourth period. And they get under center. Carmichael takes it. He's going to hand it off up the middle.
And a really good tackle there from Gabe Johnson. That's about picture perfect. Makes contact with Butler and turns his feet and drives Butler back. Doesn't let him fall forward and gain anything extra. Good 3-hard run there by Butler, but a really good tackle by Johnson, who just keeps adding to his tackle total here tonight.
Third and about 7. And again, clock is running. Carmichael under center.
Down under 5.
Yep, and they're going to hand off to Muir off the left side. He's going to cut it upfield. That's one of the better runs for the Panthers tonight. Going to get a first down.
They do gain a pretty substantial amount every time they run that sweep out to the left side. So something about that left side sweep is working out for them. This right side sweep has been pretty well covered all night. So expect a lot more dives and sweeps out there to the left side.
So the backs back there are Butler, Crawford, and Muir. Behind Breyer, Carmichael. And there's going to be a handoff up the middle.
Yep. We've crossed over the halfway mark here in the third quarter with the Panthers holding the ball for the whole quarter. We have another Royal down. Not quite sure who that is. It looks like it might be Gabe. A little shaken up there on the play. I wonder if it looks like it might be his shoulder back. Possibly, yeah.
So
get him checked out again. Troy with a busy couple plays there right in a row. So Connor Cook will come in and replace Johnson while he gets checked out.
We haven't seen Eli Kane tonight, I don't believe. Number 36.
He's been out there. I don't think he's touched the ball at all. But
he's their second leading rusher.
Yeah, he's been on defense and made a couple plays on defense for him. But yeah, he hasn't been part of their backfield trio so far.
I have never seen a team do this. This is very strange. It's very strange to see someone.
They had 24 seconds when they got out here and got set. So, I mean, kudos to the linemen and these 3 backs for being able to hold that 3-point stance for over 20 seconds at this point.
But just the competitive nature of
right. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
You're down by 26 points.
Yeah,
and
you're willing to run a whole third quarter away on one drive, right?
But I'm not a football coach, but I guess I don't understand entirely. But here we are, third and short. They've been pretty successful. They've converted.
Yeah, they've converted on most of their third downs. If you were to look back at the stats in the box score for their third down conversions, it would be very high at this point.
Mm-hmm. And that one's going to be close, but I think
I don't think
short.
They're not going to get that one, but yeah, I think they've only punted twice tonight, I believe. So.
And usually I think a mistake has led to that.
Yeah.
In both of those
penalty
cases.
Or that bobbled snap on the very first one.
So now you got to think.
Yeah, if you're the Royals defense, you're just dying to get off the field here, not just because you're tired, as I'm sure they are, but you want the Royal offense out there going crazy.
And we've scored quickly.
Yeah.
So the defense has been on the field
majority of the night.
Most of the game.
Yep.
Carmichael's going to hand it off to Crawford, and I don't know.
It's going to be extremely close.
I think he's short.
I think he is short, but from this ref's marking over here on the far sideline, they're waving, and they've already given it to us. He is short.
So here it is. See who gets in there.
I think that's Sullivan standing up there on the end, able to cause some pressure and allow those linebackers just to kind of scrape over. So really good job there by those 3 or 4 Royals, able to get in and stop Crawford for from getting that first down.
And now the Royals take over and well rested as they
haven't seen the field in quite some time now.
Yeah, it's been second quarter. And Eden's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to QB. QB's going to make one move, make someone miss, and gets about 4.
Yeah. Had one more guy to make miss, and it may have been a house call on the very first play here. Still a good run, good blocking from everybody on the line there. That left side's getting a really good push.
And there's a lot of options that the Royals can do. They can
they
can hand it off, they can throw it. They can really try a few different things here. And he's going to hand it off to QB. QB makes one man. Nope, good tackle there.
Pretty good tackle there.
Number 3.
Yep. Gavin McDonald with a really good tackle.
I think he might be there. One of their top 3 tacklers on the team.
Yeah. Not many guys meet Mark QB in the hole and are able to bring him down. So that's a testament to him and his tackling ability.
So 3 wide. And Eden takes the snap, hands it off to Mark again. Mark makes a couple people miss.
Couple good cuts there. Yep, and they're going to be able to pick up the first down there. Yeah. I would watch here in these next couple plays for a shot here from the Royal offense. Here on 1st and 10, I would expect maybe a fade or a go route here from either Elijah Manship on the far side of the field or Braden Sullivan here on the home side.
Or even Elijah's ran the ball really well.
Yeah, he
too.
has.
Some kind of a draw as well. And nope, he's going to throw. He looks out to the crossing route there by Bowman.
Yep.
And he catches it.
Yep, good throw, good catch. Way to lead him and put it out there for only Bowman. Only Bowman had a chance to get to that ball, so that was a great pass and catch there.
And we haven't seen a lot of that kind of a crossing route, I feel like, really all season.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll get to it or not before the Royals snap it here. But Elijah's takes a snap and hands it off to QB. Goes, good tackle there.
Yeah.
QB can't break away.
That front line doing a really good job of keeping QB contained right now.
And that's going to be a loss, actually.
Brings up about 3rd and, I'll say, a long 4, maybe 5.
And
with a minute 22 left here in the 3rd quarter.
And I don't anticipate the way that Knightstown's moving the ball. I would anticipate us going for it. I mean, I don't imagine us punting away.
Yeah, I think Etch has a lot of faith in his defense right now, able to get the Knightstown offense off the field. And the Panthers bring a lot of pressure, and he's able to make a guy miss. He makes a couple miss, and he's out on the run.
So nice move there. He actually looked like he may go for a loss. He makes a
lot of pressure back there from the Panthers, and really good job to make that tackle miss.
That's James King's 2nd good run.
Yeah.
Makes the guy miss, and then he gets to the outside. And the first time was called back for a penalty. This time, no penalty on the play.
A really good 35-yard run there from King.
50 seconds or so on the clock. And Eden takes a snap. He's going to look downfield. He rolls out, and a nice throw to Bowman.
Again on the crossing route. Same play that they ran just a minute ago. Just on the back to the short side of the field there.
And you think they want to try to get as many plays as they can going into the here at the end of the 3rd quarter. So they're rushing. There's under 35 seconds.
Yeah. As soon as these chains are set, the clock starts to run here. So you should have the chance to get 1 or 2 more plays off here. 2 if they hurry here. Seem pretty content with being patient, taking their time.
He rolls
wanted
out.
to take a shot. He does find
touchdown
Bowman for the touchdown.
And Bowman just kind of waited. He didn't even have to really run a route. He just ran in there, turned around, and a nice calm pass right over the top, and the defender was nowhere really there.
Yeah, he kind of gets tangled up with him, and the defender ends up knocked off where he's supposed to be in coverage. And, Bowman just finds his way into the end zone, and like you said, just a good pass there. Redmond out for the kick now. That's not Redmond. Redmond doesn't kick left-footed, does he?
No. Pablo? Pablo? Is it Pablo?
Pablo's first varsity points.
Pablo.
Congratulations, Pablo.
I heard a funny story today, or the other day, about Pablo, that he wanted to know if JV had a special teams player of the week. And they said no, and he said, so if I break Redmond's leg, can I kick on varsity? So I don't know. I can't do the Pablo accent, but
I think you have to admire his passion and willingness there to help the team.
I have not talked with Pablo, but I've heard some great. He's got a very good sense of humor.
He is pretty funny, yeah.
And
a couple of times I've had a chat with him. He's pretty funny.
So the Royals up 39-6. And we're real close to the Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question. And I'll be honest, there's so much information for Knightstown, Eastern Hancock, that picking a stat and doing it at the last second, trying to find, not having time to really research a lot. It was, I think it's not an easy one, but it could be looked up fairly easily, I believe. All right. So 39-6.
Pablo in to kick again here.
So Pablo getting his moments, and I tried to.
Back to kick for the Royals.
And Redmond's already kicked it in the end zone. Let's see what kind of leg Pablo has. And he boots
Pretty
it.
Good.
Oh, is it going to go out, though?
It's riding that side. Oh, it almost makes it into the end zone.
Well, all right, Pablo. That won't get you more kicks. So, out of bounds. And that's going
Start
to
the
give
Panthers
them,
at the 35.
Is that what it is?
Yep,
35.
Should be the 35.
And Panthers, we still got 14.5 seconds left. We have had some pretty good participation in the chat.
Yeah.
So we can chat with us on Facebook and YouTube. And here comes the Panthers. Down 33 points here, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And handoff up the middle.
Dive up the middle. Another pile. Man, those front four are going to have some bumps and cuts tomorrow. Arms, legs. And that'll be the quarter.
So I don't think I updated. So we just scored 7 in that quarter. Is that right? We only had the ball once, right?
Correct.
Scored 7.
Yep.
That makes it 39. So we're going to do a quick commercial, and then I'll go through the trivia. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH
Looking
Sports
to give your
Network.
car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
All right, there's your breakdown here at the end of the third quarter. Royals lead 39-6. And Royals only had the ball once. Each team only had the ball. Well, Knightstown had the ball there at the end, so twice.
Technically twice, yeah.
So we're getting ready to come back. Here is your trivia question. The school that Eastern Hancock has played the most in varsity football is Knightstown. Surprise, surprise. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. Including this year, how many games have they played? So how many games have the two teams played? And I believe Eastern Hancock is the most played team for Knightstown as well. So
Hoskins and Smith there on a group tackle, able to get it in there. And we're starting to see some subs trickle in here for the Royals. Gabe Johnson makes his way to the sideline. Taylor Conley in there at middle backer. And I believe Aiden Trueblood is out too. I think that's Connor Cook still right there in the middle next to Taylor Conley. And Ethan Sipes is in there as well.
So good to see some other players. Our JV's had a really strong year so far.
3-1. I've rattled off 3 straight.
Yeah.
Bounced to the outside by Crawford, and I thought he was still up. I was looking at the wrong guy. Good tackle there by that was Conley and Cook, just previously mentioned.
So we have our first answer of 65 times.
Bring up a 4th and 6 for Knightstown.
Bring up 4th and 6 for the Panthers. And that was a pretty quick 3 downs there.
Yeah.
We've been talking about them taking some clock, but they just ran 3 plays in about under a minute. So they are capable, and you might see them pick up the pace here a little bit. Obviously, taking some more time here on 4th down to make sure they got things right. And it does appear that they are going to take a timeout.
So you would think they'd be a little more aggressive. Now they're playing against a lot of the JV team here. A lot of JV players or some JV kids.
Yeah, you got a couple kids.
Yeah, we got a couple. I guess there's a lot of varsity kids out there.
That front line is still mostly varsity, and your 2 corners, and I believe your safeties are still.
Yeah, it's still.
You still got Shaw
kids.
And so.
But I think we're not too far from seeing it.
Your 3 middle backers and Sipes, Shaw, Sipes, Cook, and Conley are your newbies here.
All right. Do you want to mention that Coach Hibbert's putting together a Halloween scramble golf outing and to raise money for the golf team, and part of their golf scramble is to earn money for a golf simulator that I think the boys and the girls plan on benefiting from that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And
and hopefully the teachers.
Yeah, yes. And hopefully especially teachers that have classrooms right next to Coach Hibbert. So.
Ball's loose on the ground.
Oh, is it?
It's still loose. It's still fumbling around. It was probably on the ground for 4 or 5 seconds there before I think anybody really knew.
I didn't even know. I heard you say it, but then I couldn't find it. So here's a replay. Breyer.
I don't think it ever cleanly gets to him. Yeah, and it's just bobbling around, getting kicked around.
I think he tried to pick it up and
it's always hard to tell there if he picks it up. Braxton Carmichael was streaking down the field wide open with nobody even remotely close. So, and you got a completely new switch up here in the backfield. You got Ethan Sipes at running back and Aaron Redmond playing quarterback.
You remember last year's the year that we had a ton of people score touchdowns in this
Griffin
game.
Knight. Yeah.
Griffin Knight scored one.
I remember the famous call. That's my son.
Yes, and Zach Stevens threw that pass too, I believe.
Yeah. Redmond on a good throw there to Bowman, able to pick up 7 or 8 yards there.
Redmond's pass to Bowman is complete for a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Royals.
So yeah, quite a bit of changes on offense for the Royals.
Yeah. Looks like your front 5 are the same. Bowman is running off to the sideline now. Hayden Jackson in for him. Still got Sullivan out here to the near side of the field. Manship on the far side, and Sipes in the backfield with Redmond still.
Yeah, Redmond was a backup quarterback his freshman year, I believe, and then hadn't really played any quarterback, I don't think, the last couple of years. Handoff up the middle went nowhere, really.
Sipes back there for the Royals, taken out by Brody
Sipes.
Butler of the Panthers. No gain on the play. Over the next 3rd and 5.
You'd say it's good our offense gets a rest, but really I don't feel like they're that tired.
Yeah.
they
I think
have
they've
not
been
on the field
for less than 10 minutes all night, easily. So
we do have another guess finally, 43.
Good guess, Matthew Reed.
So you can guess on YouTube or on Facebook in the comments of this video.
Some pressure there off the left side and just a little bit short. For Hayden.
Who was that? Hayden?
Yep. Hayden just barely misses it. It's a little bit short and at his feet, but one that I think he's kicking himself for and knows he can come up with.
You coached Hayden last year, right?
Yeah, Hayden's a phenomenal athlete, and he's going to be.
I've talked to kids at school, and everybody talks about, like the players talk about the type of player that Hayden Jackson is.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a JV game, but he's going to be a really good varsity player in the future.
Yes. He will step in and make a difference almost immediately. And as we call his name, he gets it and gets to the outside. He's got some wheels, and
he's still going.
Yeah.
Yep. He just
Mefford's just doing all he can. It's that exercise you see with the exercise bands. You put it around your partner and you hold on, and yeah, Jackson does a great job of turning his feet and not giving up. He gains another 5 or 10 after he gets touched there.
How about that segue?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just went right. So it actually technically goes down as a reception as it was tossed forward. Oh, I don't know. Those are always so cheap to me.
Yep.
Cheap catches, but
hey,
that's the way it is. That's how it's done on the field. So
run
Sipes,
outside. Sipe cuts it up. Played pretty well there by the DN for the Panthers. Able to stand our left tackle up and just kind of wait for Sipes to get over to him. We do have Griffin Knight in there now on the far side of the field, number 6. As Manship comes out, Hoskins makes his way out. Not quite sure. I think this is Gavin Bowman now in the slot, number 16.
Yeah. Try to get some numbers out there.
And then we should have Joe Hollenball's in for Hoskins now. So I think most of your seniors are going to start making their way out and get recognized.
Ooh,
bad snap there, but Sipes picks it up and makes something out of nothing there. Picks up another 3 or 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down there for the Royals, 3rd and short.
After last week, we had a big loss to injury last week, and so you just right now you in a 39-6 game,
right?
Knowing we're going to have a tough game next week against Milan at Milan, new turf field,
tough schedule coming up.
Yes,
for sure.
Shenandoah, LaPel. There's a Monroe Central Conference on the line, so we don't want to have an injury at the end of this game that costs you a conference possibly.
Correct.
Oh, and there's a nice run.
I believe Dom Shelby in at running back.
Yeah, good little stiff arm.
Yeah, good run there and able to pick up the 1st down for the Royal offense.
So now we're getting back in that time of possession game.
This drive has definitely been longer. Ethan Carter makes his way off the field. We got Brennan Trueblood in there at line now.
I like that.
Joe Hollenball, Aiden Trueblood, number 51 tonight. B. Hill's still playing center. I think you'll see Hester move over here soon and play center, I believe. I don't know who the other JV center is. So Redmond for a fade to the end zone to Sullivan and just not able to come down with it.
A lot of people over there.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Sullivan ended up having to play defense there as it was thrown short just a little bit.
I don't know if it showed it on the camera. Sometimes
Sullivan wants it again. He's motioning to the sideline. Let's do it again.
So this is an interesting game too. As this game gets over, it usually becomes pictures with the trophy.
A lot of pictures will be taken, yes. Redmond with the handoff to Dom, and that one should actually be a loss of yards there, loss of a yard or two, and that will bring up 3rd and about 6. So we'll see. I believe Etch is still down there calling plays. I don't think Coach Cody Hibbert's got his chance to step in and call the plays yet.
So 3rd and 5, or 3rd and goal. Is it 3rd and goal?
Yeah.
3rd and goal.
You could still call it 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. You got to get 7 to get the touchdown.
And Shelby.
And off the middle, makes it cut, and he's churning.
I
think he's going to be just short.
Yeah, 4th and not much. Right up the middle.
Yeah, going to be 4th and about a yard, 4th and maybe 2.
tomorrow, just as we get a chance, I think the JV volleyball is in the Daleville Invitational Tournament. So good luck to them. Eastern Hancock Cross Country hosts their only home invitational tomorrow morning. So they're having a nice season. Really good boys team, especially. The girls team is just the 2 runners.
Shelby with the handoff again, and he's met in the backfield, and I think he's going to be just short again on the touchdown.
Yep.
So the Panther defense able to come up with a stop here on short and goal.
Other things going on. 7th grade is at Elwood tomorrow. And that's tennis. Middle school invitational is here, Eastern Hancock. So 2 invitationals here tomorrow. So what's middle school football? I know you had a good couple of wins this week, right?
Yeah, we went 2-0 Wednesday night this week. We both teams got the win over Newcastle. So this week we have Knightstown coming up. So rivalry week for the middle school.
And where's that at?
It'll be there.
There?
Yeah, it'll be there.
Oh, a safety, I believe. No?
I think they're going to give him some forward progress. But he definitely ended up in the end zone there. So, and I think you have pretty much all new defensive guys in. So Hester there's on the D-line. That would be Elijah Zumwalt there at tackle. Brennan Trueblood here at defensive end. I'm not quite sure who that is. Cameron Delagrange back here at safety. Gabe Sotelo at another safety. And then you got your 3 middle linebackers we called out earlier. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Is it?
The Royals pick it up. It should be Royal ball on the 3, and it is.
Let me hit the replay because I didn't see it. So this can't get much better field position than this.
Yeah, this is pretty hard to beat here.
I did not see. And
another just bobbled snap. I don't think Carmichael ever truly gets 2 hands on it.
All right, let's go through. We didn't have too many answers here in our trivia. So we had Matthew Reed with 54, 60 by Tina Simmons. Marla Kimmerly, 53. Matthew Reed, 43. Kyle Davis, 65. Those were some of our answers. You got a guess? How many do you think it is?
Oh.
I will say that the right answer is not on there.
I'll say 45.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I guess we're almost
Shelby up the middle
touchdown
again.
Okay.
And they're crashing hard. So I would expect the Royals to look to get Shelby out in some open space to see if he can't make a couple guys miss. That would actually be a loss on the play there. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from about the 5 or 6 yard line.
So another answer, 75. The answer is 59. This is the 59th meeting between the Royals and the Panthers. And the Royals are looking to make it
33.
Add to their series lead as they have won 32 times.
Shelby does get out in space. He's at the goal line.
He got it. He got it.
Oh, he got it.
Yep.
Good for Dominic Shelby there. Great job.
So, Dom Shelby scores. Here is that touchdown. So no winner in the trivia contest, but nice job. He just got over the top and kept going forward.
Yeah. Really good blocking on the outside. You got Braden Sullivan out there blocking. Hayden Jackson motions and gets a good block there to help set that corner. And Dom, makes 2 guys pretty much miss and turns his feet in. And we got Pablo out to kick the extra point again.
So who's our holder here?
I believe Edon's back out there to hold. I believe. Oh, and it's going to be just short. Actually, I don't think it is. I think that's Hayden Jack.
Oh, I didn't even show it. I was still showing the replay. So he missed. Pablo missed it.
Excuse me. That's Cameron Delagrange there. Just hold.
I wonder what the diff. Have you ever held?
Back in my elementary days, yes.
Right, left. So, is that a difference to hold?
Yeah, because if you're holding for the left-handed guy, you got to hold It feels a little more awkward to hold with your right hand than it does with your left for some reason if you're predominantly right-handed.
So that's just something you don't think of.
Yeah.
When you switch kickers that are right to left. But anyways, Royals extend their lead 45-6.
You know what I think the problem was with the trivia question? I don't see Kokenauer guessing there. So.
That's true. He's usually the automatic.
He was 2 weeks in a row there, wasn't he?
Yep. Josh is trying to get the credit after I gave the answer. That's cheating.
Jamison Crawford back deep for the Panthers.
Let me get my score right. So is that that's our first score?
And the fourth, yeah. First score for anybody in the fourth.
Pablo Desal Morales set to kick off for the Royals.
So 45-6. And Royals trying to finish this up. Just no injuries. Let's get out of here. Take our pictures with the trophy. Put it back in the trophy case.
Yep.
And we'll
hold it for another year.
Yep. This is an interesting series.
And there's a boot from Pablo.
Yep. Yeah,
this
good.
This is the Royal JV flying down here.
So this has been an interesting series since the trophy was established in 2006. There really, honestly, have not been very many close games. There in 2016, it was came down to an interception literally as time expired by Luke Splater, I believe.
Is that 26-21? Is that score? I was looking at it today.
So.
The
I think so.
it.
Yeah, 26-21.
Yeah, there hasn't been very many close ones.
But whether the Panthers won or the Royals won,
that's usually about a 2-touchdown or more.
Yeah, and this one's turning out to be the same here.
Yeah.
So who's we got out here? We got any names that I see? Griffin Knight, I think.
Griffin Knight, yep. And that should be they'll probably call it on the defense, but I believe it should have been a false start on the offense.
We'll blame Coach Hibbert. Something Coach Hibbert did.
It is a false start. Look at me.
71 out there for the Royals. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. Hunter Van Hook.
Yep, Hunter Van Hook. I think we already mentioned his name, but Brennan Trueblood here at the end. Gavin Bowman at a middle linebacker. Taylor Conley.
Braden Voles. I saw out there.
I think Braden Voles is there in the outside middle on the left side. That'll be a fake handoff and that's the waggle pass that we talked about.
And
that we never really saw. And Braxton Carmichael looks like he may make it all the way, even though Gabe Sottelo's gaining. Just not enough time to get there.
So hopefully that builds some confidence for the Knightstown Panthers to score, there at the end.
Yeah, interesting you didn't see that play a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
but
like before the JV was in.
Yeah.
But
we had a feeling that play might come out once or twice and be one of their kind of big shot plays that they might take on 4th and long. So, yeah, you see a couple guys on the Royals secondary bite on that and think it may be a handoff and just not able to catch Braxton there.
So here's Newkirk. And it's good. So the Panthers now being a little more aggressive now to try to score.
Yeah. And the clock was running after the last Royal touchdown. That extended it to be a 35-point.
It's been a while since we've had a mercy rule.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
So only, I believe, in between scores and timeouts does the clock stop. So you'll see it stopped here, but as soon as we kick it, it should be.
Yep. And it can't go back. So once it's established.
Nope. It'll be running clock for the rest of the game. So this last minute 5 should go by pretty quick after they kick it off here. I wouldn't expect anything crazy out of this one, but both groups are still talking this one over for what seems to be a pretty decent amount of time. So got a couple more guys to name off here. Sullivan Gramnon. That would be a Cy Hunt I see out there. Cy Hunt sighting. Hunter Servant up there in the front line. Braden Voles and Brady Cole all on the front line for the Royals here. Hayden Conley, I believe. Or excuse me, that's Ryland Shelton over there, number 40. Gabe Sotelo back here. Taylor Conley, Gavin Bowman, and back deep for the Royals would be Hayden Jackson and Cameron Delagrange.
So good to see these guys. A lot of these JV kids are gonna play Northeastern Monday night.
Yeah, be a real good test for them. Northeastern's got a good program this year.
And so we get a little Friday night practice here before Monday's game. Mishandled, but
off the face mask of.
Yep,
I believe that was.
Can't see.
That's Cameron. Off the face mask of Cameron, but controls himself and grabs it and makes something pretty decent out of nothing.
There for a while, Cameron was Camaro on the program. I think. Oh, they fixed it.
Camaro.
Yeah, you could. The N was cut off. So.
That's a pretty fun name.
Yeah, I thought that's a good nickname.
Excuse me, number 40 is Hayden Adams. Okay.
All right. So running clock, 35 seconds.
Got Jaden Fuller in at quarterback here. Braden Bowles at a running back. I believe this is Griffin Knight out here potentially. It'll be a handoff, and that's going nowhere. Or is that? That's Cook. That would be a Cook move there.
Yes.
Runs it right back to the,
now that I see
referee.
That.
Yeah, that was a Cook play. So
that's going to be it. The Royals are going to win and keep the Anvil 45-13. Fun night, interesting night, a little different of a ball game.
Yep.
People mentioned earlier kind of old school versus new school football. And the Royals come out with a win and keep the Anvil for that's the 33rd win against Knightstown. And they're going to look toward Milan. We know that's going to be a big test with the Indians down there. They have a new turf field. Like, it's not new. This is the second year, but we didn't play on it last year. And so we'll be traveling down there. I've not asked for permission for that. I don't know if you're going, but I may be going. You know, I have to check. I have to check and see if I
got to ask the boss on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have not gotten permission yet. We will.
Neither have I.
I will be emailing them to see. They did lend us stream last time. I will tell you that we had really bad signal down there. I think somebody bailed us out with Wi-Fi, so the hotspot did not work very well down there. So we'll see what we can do. But we're going to request it, and it's a long trip. It's a really long trip down to Milan, and we'll be heading back. So they moved the Anvil, and they're getting ready to do some pictures. I may move the camera. We're not going to have a post-game show. Coach Knight went down already to enjoy time with the team and celebrate here another victory over Knightstown. Any thoughts? We got a player game idea, and I got a pretty good idea of.
Tell me yours, because I think we're probably thinking the same thing.
He scored a lot of points tonight.
Yeah, we are thinking the same thing then.
So the Dylan Bowman, I think, is our Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the game. Yeah. He scored 2-point conversions. And he had at least. Did he have 2 touchdowns?
Two touchdowns, yeah.
2 touchdowns. He ran one in and he caught one down there, right?
Yep, 2 touchdowns and 2 or 3 2-point conversions. So the majority of the points tonight go to Bowman, and he may make the list next week for points on the team. So.
I missed some questions here on the chat. The Plowshare and Anvil. The Royals have had the Anvil longer than Knightstown. I believe it's.
I think this is probably the 13th win in the last 12 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Since 2000. Well, not quite 13, about 11 years. So I think 10 wins in the last 11 years.
It's been a streaky trophy. Yeah. It hasn't gone back and forth year to year. No. Usually once one team has gotten it, they've kept it for
a minute,
like 4 or 5 years, and then the other team's gotten it. That's kind of been the history of it. None of the games have been close except for 1 or 2. They've been pretty dominated by the team that wins it. Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to think. And then there was one year we didn't play. So
COVID year.
The COVID year, we actually did not play.
Picked up a South Putt team that year.
Yeah. So, It's the only year in the history of this rivalry that the Royals and the Panthers have not played each other. So we're going to go with Dylan Bowman with the Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game, and well-deserved, and the senior on senior night.
Yep.
Next home game, they're going to recognize, I believe, the 1983 sectional champion football team. It's not a Hall of Fame induction. It's just they're recognizing they're going to recognize some sectional teams on the 10 years anniversary. So 2003 and 1983 sectional champion football teams will be recognized at the game. That'll be, I believe, Monroe Central in 2 weeks.
Yes, Monroe Central, yeah.
So, and then we'll be talking tournament shortly after that. So it's big game at Milan next week.
Mm-hmm. Back home.
Back home against Monroe Central in an important game.
And then 2 games away.
And then for the conference championship, then potentially that Shenandoah game could be the conference championship game. And then you got LaPel to end the season,
away,
who is always a tough matchup.
Yeah, tough way to end the year for sure. 2 tough games to end it.
And then here's the plowshare. And there's the trophy if you haven't gotten to see it. Kind of up close.
We add another blue pig to it.
And I've been told it's not as heavy as it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that.
So it's not as heavy as it looks in there. I've looked at it in the weight room quite a bit.
I always think it feels a little heavier with the more blue pigs in there than it does with the red pigs.
That's true. I think you're right. Trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about before we leave. I think we covered pretty much everything commercial-wise. Announcements. If you didn't get a chance to watch the Monday night volleyball game, you got to check out the time between the JV match and the varsity match. Brooklyn Willis put together a Pack the Stands for Heroes night, and we had 50 to 60 people show up, and firemen, police officers, veterans, and it was really cool. It was a really cool moment. They were out there during the national anthem. It was September 11th. So if you get a chance, check that out on Monday night stream. And our next stream will be next Wednesday. Will be a volleyball match against Tri. It will be youth recognition night, and we'll be inducting another group into the Hall of Fame, the 2012-13 regional champion volleyball team. So, and hopefully a lot of them can make it, and that'll be next Wednesday. So thank you for joining us. You got anything else?
Go Royals.
All right. We'll see you next time. Good night.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9-Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.